Hola YouTube, this is AcquaNINJA, and I'm actually going to be reviewing all of the hyper rare, regular rare, secret rares from the Sun and Moon expansion packs, so you can see them and you can see the full extent of how good they really are. So this one, we're starting off with the regular rare Lapras GX. Pretty cool, got 190, water type, weakness to grass. First move, you got to draw 3. Second, with the 160, not allowing you to use that move again. And then the GX, of course, is the 100 damage with the paralyzed. Pretty good. This card looks pretty amazing. Espeon. This is like one of my favorites in the whole set. Looks heroic, looks epic, freaking hitting you hard. And guess what? 200 HP to boot, so it's pretty freaking amazing. Obviously, it's weak to the Mewtwo's and the Mews of the world, but that's expected with a psychic Pokemon, right? Psybeam, confusing the Pokemon, doing 30 damage. Pretty freaking amazing. Psychic, which is going to be really good against Pokemon that are like heavy energy Pokemon, Snorlax, GX, all these new, GX cards that are coming out that need 4 or 5 energies. This attack's going to one-hit KO those bad boys. And then obviously the GX, which is 100 damage. You can use it however you want to use it. That's going to be really good for it, especially if you got a lot of weak Pokemon on the bench. I can see Espeon pairing really well with Umbreon, which we're going to go to a little bit later. But basically, these two are paired perfectly because Umbreon does a lot of damage to the bench. Espeon with that GX can just basically knock everything out with the GX. Pretty cool. Solgaleo, the card that is the starter, the mascot for the series, and he looks freaking amazing. Regular rare, you got the nice steel type, 250 HP. I mean, it's a GX stage 2, so I mean, you expect it to have some crazy hit points. Sunsteel Strike, which is doing 230 damage, but more importantly than even that is the fact that its ability is Ultra Roll, which allows you to switch any active Pokemon with any bench Pokemon with your active Pokemon, which is, it doesn't even have to be itself. It could be anything. So you got 4 bench Pokemon, you can switch anything else with the other one. And then Soul Burst, which is probably the best setup move in the game currently, where you can put 5 energy cards to any Pokemon however you want to. That's freaking amazing. I think anybody who knows about setting up knows how amazing that is. And his only weakness is to fire, so that's not that bad, especially since it has the psychic resistance. Gumshoes, the Donald Trump Pokemon. Let's see, he's got Inspect, which is pretty cool, actually allowing you to see your opponent's hand. You notice how Pokemon had to play on words with the hand, the Donald Trump hand jokes. We see it. Flying Headbutt, 100 damage. We seen better, but the fact that it's all colorless, it makes it a little bit easier to power it up. So not horrible. Gumchance, same thing as the other one. This is pretty much just gonna one-hit KO pretty much anything. It's like Psychic, but I would say a slightly better version depending on how many energies the opponent has. Weakness to fighting, so that's kind of a bad thing, but I mean, you can always get around that, weakness. And then let's see, we got the Professor Kukai, which I think he's like probably the most popular professor because obviously, the whole Alolan region, he's the only one with the shirt off. I mean, he's setting precedents for all Pokemon things going on. Probably one of the best trainer cards actually too. I mean, allowing you to draw 2 cards and do 20 more damage. To anybody that's debating like, well, maybe it might be good, it may be good. Giovanni's scheme, we keep comparing it to that because it literally does both effects at the same time. Most times Giovanni's scheme, you got 3 cards in your hand, 4 cards in your hand, 2 cards in your hand, and you'll be able to draw respectively 2, 4, or 1 card. This allows you to draw those 2 cards and do the 20 more damage. Nah, I don't care what you say. This card is way better than Giovanni's scheme. Easy. Like, it's no even expression to this. Elima basically is letting you shuffle your hand and your opponent hand. It's kind of like an N, but only difference is instead of being the prize cards being the determining factor, it's your luck basically. So heads or tails. If you're a lucky person, I would play her, but otherwise stick with Professor Birch. Way better cards. Now let's get on to the ultra cool, ultra rare, hyper rares. All right. Basically, these have the exact same stats as the other counterparts, but they just kind of got this like unique foil-like texture. Each one is a little bit different. This one you can see is kind of circling around Lapras's head. Kind of got a cool little like rainbow-esque disco ball thing around the head. I'm liking it, and you even see it with the energy, especially at the top, where it's kind of like shiny foiled almost. Really cool effect. I think this is a very, very good artwork from that. I don't even have words for how impressive this card is. This is beautiful. It's like Espeon is inside of a freaking like Club Space or something. If you're from Miami, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, it's that super, you know, psychedelic, you know, unique sun vibe thing going on. It's all rainbow-esque. It looks so beautiful. This is the best looking card I think in the TCG currently. Period. You know, I don't care what anybody says. This is freaking epic. It's got that like cat-like majestic thing going on. Nah. This is probably the only card I'm really hoping to get. Like seriously, even the regular rare version, but really the hyper rare version. So Galeo, I honestly, this is the funniest thing. I'm keeping 120,000 with you guys. I actually like the regular rare version more than the hyper rare version. This version, I mean, it's like super, it's doing too much. You know what I mean? His face is kind of like flattened. It's got the rainbow-esque thing going on, but it's like, it's almost like flattened, if I could say it in a better way. And I don't really like that look to it. I like the regular rare version a lot more. Let's compare it to the regular rare so you can see what I'm talking about. This one looks kind of epic. I mean, he's kind of like shooting out. He looks legendary. And the color scheme is perfect because he's still type. That's just my personal opinion. This one, I like the triangle-esque type approach that they went with it. And he's kind of rainbow-X. So, pretty cool looking card. I'm not gonna lie. Ultra Ball Full Art. This is the card that everybody is gonna be flipping their shit over. It looks amazing. It's the gold Ultra Ball. And to be honest, I think it looks freaking awesome. I mean, we've wanted full art item cards for the longest time. So guess what? Pokemon was like, hey, shut the fuck up. We're giving you what you want. And here it is. Looks freaking awesome. And I can definitely see this thing being worth a lot of money. Probably about $100 when it first gets released. Which is pretty cool. I mean, I can dig that. Let's see what else we got. Here we got the Rotom Pokedex. Which, this is a new card, allows you to count the remaining prize cards, then shuffle them to your deck, draw the same number of cards face down. So basically like, this will work really well with like greedy dice, things like that, where you could essentially just kind of like manipulate your prize cards. Pretty dang, this could work really well with town map and greedy dice. But it looks really cool. I mean, I think, let's be real, let's keep it 100 to each other. Any full art card that is an item card is gonna look amazing. Like it's pretty obvious. So yeah, of course it looks cool. And then the Metal Energy, woo, woo, that looks freaking sweet. I mean, the only problem with this is that you really obviously are not gonna run 3 of these in your deck, so you would only be able to use like 1 of these. I mean, they're extremely rare, but damn, it looks amazing. That looks so space age. So like, it's like something you see in space or something. It looks really futuristic, really cool looking. All right, so let's go skip all of these and I'll come back to you guys with the moon review. As always, have an Aqua Day.